I'm so happy to be working in New York. It's so nice up here.
So nice to have you.
Look at that ugly girl. Oh my gosh, her sweater is so ratchet. Oh my god, I'm not feeling too well.
My head.
Those crab cakes were not a good choice.
Not the candles!
Oh no! Oh no!
Piece by piece, I fed my wardrobe to the night wind, and flutteringly, like a loved one's ashes, the gray scraps were ferried off to settle
here, there, exactly where I'll never know.
in the dark heart of New York. The face in the mirror looked like a sick Indian. I hadn't, at the last moment, felt like washing off the 2 diagonal lines of dried blood that marked my cheeks. They seemed touching and rather spectacular, and I thought I would carry them around with me like a relic of a dead lover, till they wore off on their own accord. Of course, if I smiled or moved my face much, the blood would flake away in no time. So I kept my face immobile, and when I had to speak, I spoke through my teeth without disturbing my lips. I didn't really see why people should look at me. Plenty of people looked queerer than I did.
Don't look at me! Dear Esther, I'm falling in love with a nurse who also has TB, but my mother has rented a cottage in the Andronax for July. If you came along, I might find out that this was a mere infatuation. Love, Buddy. Dear Buddy, I am engaged to a simultaneous interpreter. I never want to see you again, and I don't want my children to have a hypocrite of a father. Love, Esther.
I strolled into the kitchen, dropped a raw egg into a teacup of raw hamburger, mixed it up, and ate it. I was still wearing Betsy's white blouse. It drooped a bit now, as I hadn't washed it in the 3 weeks since I'd been home. The sweaty cotton gave off a sour but friendly smell.
I haven't showered in 21 days! I haven't slept in 7 nights.
Every time I tried to concentrate, my mind glided off like a skater into a large empty space and pirouetted there absently. I had tried to write a letter to Doreen, but when I took up my pen, my hand made big, jerky letters like those of a child. I knew I couldn't send a letter like that, so I tore it up in little pieces and put them in my pocketbook, in case the psychiatrist asked to see them. But of course, Dr. Gordon didn't ask to see them, as I hadn't told him about them, and I began to feel pleased at my cleverness. I thought I only need tell him what I wanted to, and that I could control the picture he had of me by hiding this and revealing that, all the while he thought he was so smart.
I hated him the minute I walked through the door. I thought I would find the words to tell him how scared I was, as if I was being stuffed further and further into a black, airless sack with no way out.
So, Esther, your mother tells me you're upset. Suppose you could tell me what's wrong?
I'm not eating, I'm not sleeping, I'm not reading.
So... guess I'll see you next week. Well, what did he say?
Said he'll see me next week.
Esther, Dr. Gordon cost me $25 an hour.
It's not my fault I'm crazy.
Hi, what's your name?
Ellie Higginbottom.
Esther, I brought these for you.
Save them for my funeral.
But Esther, don't you remember what day it is today?
No. Valentine's Day?
Why, Esther, no. It's your birthday.
It was a silly thing for her to do. I hate her.
I suppose you do.